Hello everyone. Today I do not have another article to talk about. When I was in food service, I wanted to talk about cafeteria and restrictions and that sort of thing. Now that I'm in banking, I already did a couple of videos on transaction registers, making your own, and how to use them. Now, what I'd really like to talk about is deposit and withdrawal slips and how to use these bad boys. Because so many of my clients at work do not know how to use these things. And if you want to make sure your money is getting taken out of the right place, put into the right place, you need to know how to fill these things out. You need to cover yourself as an adult all the time. And that's what I really hope all the students out there learn from this video. I want to start with some basic information. You should always bring your debit card and photo identification to the bank with you. Make sure your identification has a valid expiration date. Also, know your name, address, and telephone number. If you know your account number, that would be greatly appreciated too. A deposit is a credit where you add funds to your account. A withdrawal is a debit where you subtract funds from your account. Some additional considerations: check your financial institution or bank's funds availability policy to find out when your deposited items are available for you to start using them. To cash a check means that you're withdrawing from the funds availability. I was able to get slips from 3 different financial institutions. This one is from People's United Bank. This next deposit ticket is from Bank of America. Our last slips come from KeyBank. Our first deposit ticket is very simple. We start with the name. Are you depositing any cash? This is the money that you are actually giving to the teller. Physical cash. Here, you want to list any checks that you have that are being deposited. Check numbers. What numbers do the checks have? They could start at check number 100 and go on from there. Write the dollar amount here and the cents amount after this line. Total of deposited items, that is everything added together, the checks and the cash. Less cash back. What money do you want into your pocket? And this one is the net deposit. So that's this number minus this number equals this number here. We'll go through an example at the end. These are 2 deposit tickets from KeyBank. Why I chose checking and savings deposits is because the number down here is different on each slip. This is the internal routing number. It gets picked up by the computer of the teller, and that helps it get deposited into your account. If you don't know if you have a checking or a savings account, but you know your account number, come up to the teller and have them help find out which slip you need. They always have extras behind the line. What I really like about looking at these slips, if you look closely, after you put the date and you put your name, if this part is filled out here and you are getting cash back, right here says acknowledge that you are getting cash back by signing here. So in your best cursive, or if you can't, and you have to do regular penmanship. Write your name on that line. Only sign that line if you are getting cash back. This is our final checking deposit ticket from Bank of America. Once again, you have your date, you have your name, right here, you want to fill out your address because when you get to a larger financial institution, there might be many Miss B's, and you want to make sure that the money is going to the correct person. If you do not have the correct account number, at least you will have the correct address. So go with 10 Main Street, Everytown, USA, and your zip code. In Connecticut, we start with 06. Your phone number, in case this information is not able to reach you. Then, as we did with the Key Bank one, after you put your actual cash, any coin that you may have, which could have dollar amount and cents amount, any checks with their numbers which don't have an area to be put, subtotal, we added everything up. It still has that less cash received. What money do you want coming back to you? So subtotal minus less cash received equals the total deposit amount. If you are getting less cash received from the bank, sign your name on this line here. Working with our People's United Bank withdrawal slip. Start with the date, followed by the account type. Check the box on the left-hand side of the account type you are withdrawing from: checking, savings, money market, CD, or HSA. HSA standing for Health and Savings Account through your employer. Write the word amount of the money you are receiving on the next line. Here we're using the example of $20. Make sure no one can add anything to your withdrawal slip by drawing a line before the 20 and if there's any space after the 20 and before the dollars. Then, so the computer can connect your signature to the one they have from your signature card when you opened the account, sign your name. Time you're writing your $20 in numbers. 20.00. Make sure no one can fill this part in to say there's more cash. Last withdrawal slip that I have is our Key Bank account withdrawal. Again, we have our date, which has enough room for words or numbers. 6/15/2017. Is it a checking, a savings, a CD, an IRA, or another CD IRA? Sign your name, account number, and this slip only has the number amount and it does not have the words. Be very careful when writing your numbers to make sure that they are visible and legible. That could be a 2 or it could be a 1. As promised, some basic information so that you can find various important things on checks. Here is the check writer's name and address. Make sure all check dates are within their required time limits. Personal checks are about 6 months, whereas other checks could be 90 days. Whoever owns the check is who the check is paid to the owner of. It can say cash, and anyone can negotiate the check as long as they sign the back of it. There are 2 ways to tell the amount of money the check is worth, but the legal way to tell is always the written amount in words. Make sure these numbers match because we have to go based on the words. Another issue, the check won't be valid unless the writer of the check signs it in the lower right-hand corner. The routing number is for you at the area of the financial institution where you bank. For example, New England is an area of the various financial institutions we have here. For a quick reference to find your account number, look at the routing number. Following the colon on your personal checks is your account number. Some financial institutions even skip the zeros before. The individual check number can either be on the bottom left or right, but is definitely on the top right-hand corner of that check. A quick example to help us with everything we've learned today. Start with today's date, which is June 15, 2017. My name, I'm going to deposit $40, but I have a $100 bill. So here's my $100 bill, and I have a check for $10. The check number is number 467. I don't have another check, so that can be left blank. 100 plus $10 is $110. The amount that I want cash back, I want $60 cash back. 110 minus 60 is, anybody? Did I forget something? I'm getting cash back. And the account number uh-oh, there's a couple extra spaces there. It's okay, leave them blank. Don't draw a circle, don't write X's, don't write zeros, just leave it blank. There you have it. Well, there you have it. I hope you learned a little bit about banking, about working with deposit and withdrawal slips. and cashing checks, what you need when you first go to a bank. And hopefully you have a lot of fun with it because banking is something that hopefully will be around forever, at least until we get apps for everything and we get rid of cash. I hope we don't get rid of cash. Have a great one and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.